guys, welcome to the next Smash Chat. Today we have with us the Tree's Apprentice. I'm very sorry, I don't know how to say your actual username. I'm so bad at this.
Ichinoben?
Itionoben.
Itionoben?
Itionoben. It doesn't matter. It's pronounced It-E-O-Nobo. It's something I came up with a long time ago. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna try and say it like that. If I screw up, I'm sorry.
I don't care.
Okay.
I just say Ben.
And we also have the MoonLIghtSoldier.
Yellow.
Very awkward intro, but today's topic, we're going to be talking
Oh, God.
about... Yep.
We're actually keeping that take.
Yes, we are actually going to keep this. Bloopers at the beginning.
Oh, no. Alright.
And we're going to talk about, well, hopefully you saw the title and the little screen at the beginning. It's Pokemon time!
Everyone's favorite subject.
A lot of people requested it. It was going to be featured anyway, but let's just get it out of the way. And, of course, should we talk about the returning Pokemon character?
Lucario?
Yeah, Lucario.
Okay, so that's a thing.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not surprised. I mean, Lucario is ridiculously popular, and honestly, he just kind of seems to fit into it.
Lucario came out of nowhere, honestly. I know it came around the release of Pokebank, which makes sense because they like to release characters in sync with other games. But at the same time, it just came out of nowhere. I was like, really? You're bringing Lucario back? Okay.
Well, I mean, like, are you saying, like, the time that they announced him is weird, or just the effect that they announced him?
It's just the fact that they announced it. The time they announced it, I knew they would announce something around the release of Pokemon Bank, because it just makes sense.
Well, I mean, I had my doubts about Lucario returning until Pokemon X and Y came out, and then after the big role he had in that, it was kind of obvious he was coming back.
I was skeptical, but with Lucario being like the poster boy for Mega Evolutions, it just made a lot of sense.
Which kind of brings up the point, do you think that will be his new final Smash? I hope so.
That'd be kind of cool, actually. But then if they make that his final Smash, then what would they do with the other Pokemon? I mean, we would have the Fox thing, where it's like we'd have multiple characters with the exact same final Smash.
Yeah, I mean...
And we all know how that went.
But remember, it would be different to a point, or maybe he can like Mega Evolve and then do just some super attack.
That's true.
I think we should also try and talk about... well, okay, one more thing about Lucario. I am very happy about two little things. One, a damaged Lucario is now a force to be reckoned with. I love how he said that.
Yes, the wording in that was fantastic. Good job,
Wait,
Stacker.
wasn't that implemented in the last one?
Well, yeah, he did, but he wasn't nearly... I mean, like, here they're trying to say he's going to be even more powerful.
So they're upping the ante.
That actually... I don't remember where I heard this, but someone had the theory that maybe a damaged Lucario, like, after a certain point, he will, like, Mega Evolve or something.
That would actually be kind of cool.
The more damage he takes, it, like, charges up, like, some sort of meter, and you can activate Mega Evolution.
That would be so cool.
Kind of like Wario's farts.
It'd be like, get 300% damage. Boom! I'm Mega Lucario.
I'm sorry, now I just have a picture of Wario just taking punches to the stomach and ripping one.
Okay.
I mean, I don't blame you.
And then
I said I'm half insane.
And then there was the new little thing they put in there about Lucario, and that was when he charges up his aura, he can use it to go further with extreme speed.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Well, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if it increases his aura, would that not naturally increase his abilities?
Yeah, and I like
it.
To me, that kind of makes sense.
In Project M, Lucario's extreme speed actually does damage when he's dashing around, so maybe that energy trail could damage opponents.
It's possible, but I haven't played Project M.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a popular mod, but it's okay. Not everyone's played it.
Okay, so I guess we should move on to possibly returning Pokemon characters, and then we'll talk about new ones. And of course, we're gonna have to talk about it. There's no inevitability escaping it. It's Jigglypuff.
I thought you were gonna say
Okay.
Pichu.
I'm pretty sure we all know Jigglypuff is going to be returning no matter what because Jigglypuff has been in since the first one. It's the original 4 hidden characters, and they're always going to have a place in Smash Bros. Because of that, because they're the original 4 hidden characters.
That's right.
It's like taking out Yoshi. They just wouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Little predictions real quick. Yoshi will be announced in March. Tie in with Yoshi's New Island.
Yep.
And then it's either going to be Diddy Kong or Dixie Kong on February 13th.
Oh gosh, I hope it's Cranky Kong.
But for some reason, I think he'll be an assist trophy.
That would be hilarious, running around as an old man beating people with a stick.
The greatest thing ever.
Final Smash, giant walking stick. Pokemon.
Yeah, we'll get back. Yeah, back to Pokemon. I just wanted to bring that up real quick, just because February 13th is coming. I just want that on record. So back to Pokemon, Jigglypuff. New fairy type, so it represents Gen 6 a little.
I honestly, when they first revealed the Wii Fit Trainer, I was thinking, since Jigglypuff was like the stock joke character of the series, I was thinking, oh, maybe they'll cut Jigglypuff and add a new Pokemon instead. But
yeah, that's not happening.
It's seeming more and more likely as evidence is piling up that they'll probably just keep Jigglypuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, it would be like removing something like Captain Falcon or Yoshi, and why would you do that?
Yeah, they're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. So we have, do you think that they might give Jigglypuff, new attacks, like Fairy
No.
Voice?
Did Jigglypuff learn any,
Just Fairy Wind?
No, not Fairy Wind, but it's like Fairy Voice. That's
Wait,
about
what?
it.
Oh god.
I've never heard Fairy Voice.
As if her singing was a joke enough, now she's got a fairy voice?
Yeah.
I knew it was Dazzling Gleam, Fairy Wind, and Moonblast. I think Jigglypuff
Actually, I was wrong. It can't learn Moonblast. It
Oh.
can't.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, it
Can
can.
Really Tough? I mean, it evolves with the Moonstone, so it would make sense.
Yeah, you would think that would make sense, but no. Some things just, they try to do things that don't make sense, and it's like, make these questions. And okay, I think we can all just say the chances of Jigglypuff returning are, I'm just gonna say 5 out of 5, very likely. Even though I know a lot of people hate it.
Yeah, 5 out of 5, even though I've had plenty of matches where I've had just one character, all Jigglypuff levels set to 1 with their damage max, so I could just beat the living daylights out of them because
This guy knows how to do it.
I
This guy
want you
knows
out
how
of
to play
here.
Smash.
I'll also say a 5 out of 5. It's a great character to add to your collection.
And then just leave it in a dusty corner.
Okay,
and
so
just never play as it.
Yep, Jigglypuff is coming back. So we'll move on to the other Pokemon characters. I guess next up is Pichu. Is this little thing gonna come back?
No. Just
Pichu
no.
won't come back. 0 out of 5.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just no.
Yeah, we don't even have to really talk about Pichu that much. I know some people that actually do really like Pichu, and I hate to break their hearts, but I really don't see the relevance of bringing such a character back.
Yeah, I can understand Pichu being a good challenging character if you want to try and show real skill. Or, sorry, if you wanted to show extreme skill because you take damage using your specials. But again, it's the only character that does that, so what's the purpose?
It's like bringing back Young Link. There's no point.
Yeah, at this point, Pichu's not really in the position to make a comeback. However, I'm not going to say he's completely out of the chance, but I will say it's very low.
If they're gonna bring a Pikachu clone in, I'll bring it up later because something just popped into my mind that I might talk about later.
Okay, so I'll give my score. I'll say Pichu coming back. 1 out of 5, not very likely. Okay.
Just 0. Sorry. Pichu is adorable, but sorry, no chance.
0 out of 5. Just no.
Okay. Okay, that was quick on Pichu. We're making good progress now. And then we'll move on to the fan favorite character, Mewtwo.
Mewtwo.
Oh, I want him. I want him in the next. I want him in the next Smash so bad.
I'm gonna say, I've said this plenty of times, Mewtwo was, I was so disappointed with his moveset in Melee. I hope he gets a revamped moveset that doesn't make him broken, but at least makes him, at least a little live up to his expectation in Legacy.
I had a theory, actually.
I don't know. Me and my buddy have had a few matches where Mewtwo's brought the hammer down on the both of us a couple of times. He just always came off as a little bit more trickier to play as than the rest because his motions were, I can't exactly say fluid, but kind of non-conventional, I guess.
I mean, I've seen the people who can play really well with Mewtwo. It's just, I've always thought, like, really? You're going to give him disable? And the time frame to use that is so poor?
That's true.
I actually had a theory with Mewtwo. If they're going to bring him back, what they could do, they probably wouldn't, but instead of his final smash being Mega Evolution, they could have him, like, on command switch between Mega and Mewtwo X and Y.
Actually, believe it or not, I had another little theory regarding this. If I may.
Go on, please.
This is kind of weird, and I haven't brought it up yet, but I would like to hear what everybody else, you guys as well, would like to think about this little idea that I have, and that is, what if on the Wii U version it's Mega Mewtwo X, and on the 3DS version it's Mega Mewtwo Y, and if you have both of them, you could customize it, because Sakurai did say you can customize your characters on the 3DS and use them on the Wii U. What I'm hoping for, I'm really hoping for this, maybe they'll have slightly different moves on Wii U and 3DS versions, and if you buy both of them, you get to customize those characters. I'm not saying give Sonic Mario's Fireball. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. No, that's a bad idea. Bad idea. You know how Mario had the Tornado Spin for down B, and now he has the Flood? Well,
yeah.
Like, what if Wii U version he has the Flood, 3DS he has the Spin, and if you want, you could just change that. Just like one extra move, and you could customize it. Or like
that could be interesting. I'm not sure if they would do that, but it could be interesting.
It would be kind of cool because then you would actually have like two characters with entirely different movesets, which could make a lot more unique fights and characters a lot less predictable. You don't know what they're going to bring. But going back to Mewtwo, as you're saying, having the final smash being having slightly alternatives. Let's just say, for example, X, he's more powerful. Y, he's faster or more durable. It would be kind of cool.
Completely alter the movesets. Like X is it's like runs around physically fighting. Y floats around, throws balls.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I think if they're gonna do any character customization, I don't think it'll alter gameplay. I think it'll be cosmetic.
Maybe.
Let's see. Well, he did say you won't be able to customize like stickers or like little tiny clothes differences. He didn't really specify costumes, but he did say like I don't think you could like customize their appearance.
We'll find out.
I think I'd have to find out.
Very early.
Find out when we find out.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go back to Mewtwo's chances. Popularity has increased. He was definitely
popularity was through the roof to begin with.
Yeah, I mean he's legitimately the only evil. Well, actually, could you consider him evil?
No, not really.
Misunderstood.
Yeah.
Alright, so Mewtwo definitely still popular. He was in the coding for Brawl, so it's not like he was not thought to be brought back. So they could bring him back. It's very possible. I will say definitely like between a 4 and the 5 out of 5. I think his chances are extremely good.
Yeah, I'd say about a 4.
I'm gonna say a 3, because it seems like it could work, but the chances of it, I don't know. It's a little spotty. It could happen now.
Alright, fair enough. Okay, and I think we have one more Pokemon character to talk about. The Pokemon trainer himself.
Okay, yes, he's gonna come back. I mean, come on.
He's gonna come back. The Gen 1ers demand it.
Whoa, wait a second. Let's not jump the gun here. There is still the catch. We don't know about switchable characters yet.
Yeah.
Remember, Sakurai did specifically state characters like Ice Climbers were particularly hard to program on the 3DS. Why? I have no idea, but he did say that. So, this may as well affect switchable characters, because for one, they still haven't announced Sheep. They've announced Zelda, but they didn't announce Sheep. So it's either separate the characters so that they all have their own separate character select screens, or...
What if... I would really hate to see this, but what if they just make it Pokemon Trainer and Charizard, and just like the final smash is just Mega Charizard?
Yeah, you were thinking the same thing I was, that they would just keep Charizard and make it Charizard
Which
X.
would be very
Pick
lame.
the fan favorites!
Yeah.
It would be very lame, but it would make a painful amount of sense.
Unfortunately, I agree.
It sucks. I love Squirtle. I love Squirtle too much.
I just think of that as being just a punch to the stomach for fans who liked Squirtle and Ivysaur. Though I'll admit, I did like playing as Charizard more. It just fit my battle style. Just because, but like I said though, I don't want them cut. If you cut one, you have to cut them all. Yeah, so it's either you keep them or you don't. They could possibly make a Charizard, but I mean that'd be such a jerk move. So I'm gonna say like Pokemon Trainer's chances. I really can't say it yet because I need to know if switchable characters are back. If they are, yeah, you'll be back. If not, no.
So question mark.
Unless they do the thing where you can choose which character is representing on the character select screen.
Yeah, but then that means
kind of like a mini me.
Yeah, but then you almost have to be stuck as that character in case there were problems on the 3DS.
Yeah.
And then if you notice,
now that I think about it, if they did that, they could just make those characters separate characters, and that would just end up clogging it all up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then have you guys noticed yet? Still no ice climbers. So wow, this might be a problem. No ice climbers
Well, there's still time to go.
There's still. But have you noticed how many characters have been revealed yet? Yikes! Guys, we have 22 known characters.
Yeah, I know, and we have like 10 months till the game is released, because it'll probably be released around Christmas time.
Yeah,
so.
like December 3rd again.
Honestly, I kind of want them to start revealing characters that are more like maybe every other week they reveal a veteran, and like every other month they reveal like a new character, and they like keep some of them secret or whatever. I don't know.
But what if they are keeping some characters secret?
Yeah, see,
well,
I think they are keeping them secret. Like, I'm pretty sure they're keeping Ganondorf a secret, but that's for another video. I just hope they reveal a few more new characters, because I don't want to go in thinking, oh boy, the only character that I'm interested in is Mega Man.
I'm actually kind of interested in the Fit Trainer.
Okay, so I guess we should move on to possible new Pokemon characters, right?
We didn't even give Trainer a score.
We're going to leave it at question mark just because of the circumstances surrounding switchable characters.
Question mark out of 5.
I agree. I agree with that. Unknown. Roll the dice.
Okay, so with the new characters, who do you think's going to be in there? And I'm going to say right up front, my first selection is Blaziken.
Aw, dang it, I had that written down in the
yeah! We're all on the same page! But,
yeah.
like, Blaziken, first of all, is one of the only non-first generation Pokemon starters to actually get a Mega Form. So
yeah, it kind of seemed very important, because they really pushed, like, hey guys, Mega Blaziken exists.
Yeah.
You should get it. Event Torchic.
And did you notice that one video, like a long time ago before XY came out, where they're doing like the retrospective of Pokemon games, and they had that one little thing near the end where it showed a Blaziken about to fight a Lucario in the streets? Blaziken has a lot of popularity.
Shoot.
I missed that one.
What if? No. Yes. Beautiful. CJ. Yes.
What, you think that was for Smash?
If that was for Smash, I will be all over that.
Actually,
That would be cool.
That would be cool, but they did say that was just like a game that was like not even in concept, just like some weird idea that they had.
Stop, that's for Smash.
Smash styled Pokemon?
Lumio's city stage confirmed.
Ooh.
Blaziken. Hoenn confirmed.
Yeah.
Gen 3 confirmed.
Yeah, and Blaziken has just such a good, wide variety of moves that it can use. I don't even think we have to name them.
Fire Punch, Blaze Kick, Sky Uppercut, all these awesome moves in Mega Evolution.
Okay, Captain Falcon.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I hate to say it. WeDoIt83 brought this up in his video. Like, they could make him based on Captain Falcon, but please change it. Don't, like, get the same design.
I know, but I'm sorry. Just those moves that you named, that just screams Captain Falcon. I'm sorry.
No, I know. Just make it something different, please. I mean, I understand how he can be the same, but please make it somehow different. That doesn't automatically write him off as a clone, please.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a whole bunch of other movesets. I mean, yeah, he's a fire fighting type, but just because he's a fire fighting type, I mean, Lucario is a fighting steel type, but all his fighting moves are. Isn't the Aura? No, Aura is actually fighting. I never figured that out. Why is Aura fighting? Anyways.
It just is. Because Pokemon, that's why.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of different skill sets. Hey, maybe he can be like a fire Aura kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. So there's so many ideas that they can do with Blaziken, and I think Itanobo. I'm sorry, I said it wrong, didn't I?
I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Idio, Ishio, Soup Nobo. What?
Sorry.
Soup Nobo?
I think you were about
to go make myself a bowl of Soup Nobo.
I'm sorry. You were about to say something. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Concerning Blaziken and his movesets. I'm sorry. What was it?
Oh, what I was saying was I think Blaziken, if he's going to, they'll probably make his moveset much swifter. Like, I don't think they would make him do the Falcon Punch. I think Fire Punch would be... I think they would just, like, put his basic attacks in, like, a fiery aura. Like his smash attacks would be like, oh, this inflicts burn damage. Flamethrower, I don't know.
A flamethrower could be, like, his range. It could be similar to, like, Bowser's Fire, except it could have, like, a longer range or something.
Get rid of
and actually, his Fire Punch, what if it was, like a double punch thing? Instead of just like a single punch.
Double kick.
Or double kick. Yeah, double kick, yeah.
There you go. Okay, so I think we pretty much talked about as much as we can with Blaziken and his moves, but what do you guys think of his chances? What do you think the possibility of a Blaziken being put in? What do you think that is? Not really
I would be so okay with him being in there, it would hurt, but at the same time, the likeliness of it is a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think likeliness right now, he looks pretty good. I would have to say... I'm going to say, you know what, the heck with it. I'm going to say a 4 out of 5. I think he's likely. He's definitely one of the best choices for a Pokemon character because he just fits so well. And he's very popular.
I'm going to be the devil's advocate on this and go ahead and say a 2.
Ooh.
I'm also going to go with, like, I'll say like a 2.5 out of 5, like dead smack in the center. It could...
Yeah. Yeah, he does have his chances and perks and everything, but at the same time, it is a little difficult to call.
It's one of those things that could work, but it's a stretch saying that they could get, like, Fawful. It's like, he could work, but it's a stretch.
Okay, it's Fawful, I mean...
Okay, yeah, let's not...
He's a stretch in his own way.
Logan's about to, like, come out of nowhere and kill me. I'm gonna check my hair.
Lock your room tonight.
Yeah, pets. The event's a little small for a human to come in, so...
Okay,
yeah.
So, I guess we'll move on to another character, and I hope you don't mind me going again, but there was one other character I kind of forgot about, and I guess... No, you know, we don't even need to really talk about it. It's the Plusle and Minun combination. The other characters who were left in the coding, but, you know, it's possible that they would probably be the Ice Climbers clones. So,
Thunder Climbers.
Yeah. So,
Gross.
Once again, if Ice Climbers aren't in, they're not getting in, and
pretty much.
That pretty much leaves them with a question mark again. I think we're just covering that felt good to get it out of the way. So, new characters. Anybody else?
Chestnuts.
Okay, yes.
I want chestnuts.
Corey wants Chestnut. Corey wants Smash.
Yes, I want chestnut. Look at his design. I swear they had inspiration from Bowser on his design. And I can
chestnuts, because chestnuts are kind of spiky.
Yeah,
well,
but
of course.
The thing is, like, I first saw him, he looked like a walking tank.
He is a walking tank. In this description, he can take a bomb blast.
He can flip tanks upside down. He can leave
like, come
buildings in a
on.
single bound. He is Superman. Oh wait.
Chestnuts.
I mean, I'd like to see Chestnut in there. I just don't know his chances. Definitely could fit.
No. Unless
I know, it's a long shot. It's a painful long shot, but I just, if there was Chestnut in there, I would work so hard to master him and wrestle Bowser with Chestnut.
I mean,
unless they put him like a
I can already think of some skill moves. Like I can already see his down B being his spike shield, and instead of deflecting range, it can prevent him from flinching from melee attacks and deflect a little bit of damage.
Spike shield, yeah.
If they do that, they'll have like Pokemon Trainer 2. It'll be like Serena, and it'll be like they'll have like Froakie be like a swift little guy throwing around like water shurikens.
Yeah, you would have Froakie, and then you would have
Bryson would be like a mage, like using that staff to fight, like a bow staff.
Well, it would have to be like the first evolution, second, and the third.
Yeah, Bryson.
And he covered them. The problem is,
and Chestnut.
Yeah, but going back, the problem is, unless we know for sure whether or not switchable characters are back, I mean, it's a cool idea. I would love it, but it's not really something I can give a score on yet.
I'd be down for playing as another Pokemon trainer, but I never even noticed that they've not introduced any switching characters. So the likeliness is really bothering me.
I do want to see...
I'm just gonna hold on to hope. Yeah. I want Chestnut. If Chestnut is in that game,
gotta hold on to what you got. Not.
I mean, it just depends right now, because do you think that they would actually have a Generation 6 representative? And it feels like the only ones that are popular are the starters, and, oh man, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to.
Say it.
Say it.
Sylveon.
No.
Yeah.
Quadrupeds in Smash are no.
They already have Ivysaur, so you can't really use that as an excuse.
I know, but...
I hate saying it, but when you think about it, it was one of the first ones, and it does represent Gen 6 a little.
It doesn't... I can't see how it works, because Ivysaur at least has vines to, like, grab with.
Yeah,
that's
but Ivysaur... Sylveon also has those wavy things around it, so... Those are
just... like, just there.
No. I saw it in the anime. It does use it for defense.
Ew! Their limbs...
It is a defense maneuver, so yeah.
That's weird.
I don't even want to talk about Sylveon. I just thought I'd bring that up just because I could. Okay. Any other characters? I'm sorry, but did we say what we were going to say about Chestnut and its chances? Because
Chestnut, like the rest of them.
Honestly, I know it's unlikely. As much as I would absolutely love to have him, I know the chances are easily about, like, 1, maybe close to a 0.
Ooh. I'm gonna...
It honestly depends on if they decide to bring, like, the only way I see him getting in is if they put in a second Pokemon trainer. And again, we don't know about that. Maybe they'll just cut the first Pokemon trainer and introduce a Gen 6 one, which will not happen because Gen 1ers would freak. I'm going to say a 1 out of 5.
I'm going to be stuck in the middle between the 1 and the 2.
Oh boy.
I honestly can see it working. It's just a character that, you know, for them it's so hard to pick a Gen 6 representative because they don't know how popular it was when they started programming it. They didn't know how the characters would be.
Unless they go ahead and do something like Hawlucha, which would be silly but amazing.
Hawlucha, yeah, that'd be awesome.
And besides, how are you ever going to know which character is going to be super popular when you're making something?
Exactly, so...
Gumi for Smash Brothers. That would be... No, I'm not actually supporting that. That would be dumb.
Alright, and what are our other characters?
Well, you already said Blaziken, and we already brought up the idea of a second Pokemon trainer. We haven't talked about Zoroark yet.
Okay, good. You brought him up. I was thinking I'd have to bring him back, but...
This is something that I wanted to say. Smash Brothers was revealed E3 2011, I think?
Well, that's when it was first announced, yeah.
Yeah, that was when it was first announced. The thing is, Pokemon Black and White were still brand new at that point. It was like, oh, no doubt, Zoroark will get in.
Yep.
And then Gen 6 happened.
And completely, like,
turns that idea on its head.
Yeah, it completely destroyed poor Zoroark.
I don't know. It's another one of those. It could work, but I don't think it'll happen. I just felt like Zoroark needed to be addressed.
Yeah, I agree, because
Gotta put Zoroark in the dress.
No. Oh, no.
I bet there'd be a lot of people who like to dance with that.
Okay, so Zoroark, I think I do agree his chances have basically decreased drastically ever since Gen 6 was announced. It doesn't feel like he's unlikely. I mean, he's still well known just because he was hyped up for Gen 5, and then the only Pokemon they really showed off, or the first one anyway. And you know, I still think it's like it could possibly work, but probably not. I'm gonna say probably a 2 out of 5.
I'll say a 2 out of 5 as well, just because the whole Gen 6 happening kind of threw Zoroark away, and it's like, hey, look, Mewtwo could happen again.
Exactly.
Honestly, don't think I know enough about the whole Zoroark thing to actually throw in an estimate.
Question mark out of 5.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I know nothing.
Actually, I probably should have put this at the beginning of the video. I'm not fully caught up with all the Pokemon stuff at this moment. I'm one of those people that had been originally, I'm Gen 1 until recently, and then I picked up this one, and it's like, oh, hey, this is awesome. So,
yeah,
I'm still learning everything. I'm still learning.
No, that's fine. I think it's good to get the perspective from people who are inside the series, have been with it for every generation, and those who kind of skipped out on some.
Yeah.
Then it gives you a more broader audience to really get to know which ones are popular from everybody's point of view. And let's face it, it's the popular ones that are going to make it in. And it's like, at this point, that's why I still think Blaziken has a really good shot. And then, yes, I would like Chestnut too. I just don't think it's going to happen.
And
Nintendo, please put in Chestnut.
Okay, if I raise one more.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
The last one I thought of, for whatever reason, Genesect popped into my head. I don't think it'll happen, but I'm thinking, oh, Genesect Deoxys, one of those weird, like, humanoid event Pokemon that everyone freaks out about because they're popular.
You know what, I'll be honest, I was actually starting to think about Genesect as well. It's like, it's either going to be a Pokeball, or they actually could make it a playable character.
Oh, yeah. It'll probably be a Pokeball and do something like shoot a beam across the stage.
It'll be the sideways version of Deoxys.
Yeah, it'll be like just as rare, but like just as potent.
Yeah. And wow.
I'm trying to look this guy up as we're talking.
We've actually been going on for quite a while, though. I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to cut, but I guess we don't really have time to talk about Pokemon and appearing out of Pokeballs. Maybe for another video at some point. But I think
Top 10 items, Super Smash Brothers.
Yep. So I think that pretty much covers it. I think at this point it seems like Mewtwo is likely to come back. Blaziken is up for debate. Zoroark, chances kind of died a little. But at the point...
Zoroark is crying.
Yeah, poor Zoroark.
Don't worry, Chestnut will keep Zoroark company.
It's okay. Big old armored hug.
Protect him from a focus blast.
Giant softie.
Yeah, but, I mean, at this point it really does feel questionable, like, who is the Pokemon they could put in? Like, last time in Brawl, it really did seem like Lucario was the shoe-in, and of course, it was proven right. This time it feels so unsure, because it really feels like it's going to come out of left field, or they are going to do the most predictable ones. So,
it's either going to, it's really up in the air for what it's going to be.
But we're just going to have to wait and find out, and that's really going to drive everyone crazy until that happens. And I think that pretty much sums up the whole video. It's like, at this point, who knows what's going to happen? So, I'd like to thank you both for joining me, and if you guys watching the video have any suggestions on who you think is going to make it in, please, not just your favorite. Not just your favorite, please. You know, I'll read them. I don't think I'll be able to read them in the next video. I'm still taking suggestions for future Smash Chat videos. So, you know, once again, thank you guys for joining me on this.
Not a problem.
Oh, not a problem.
Okay, yeah, I have to talk a little bit about Little Mac. Yes, he's in. You know, I'm happy he's in. There were a few little predictions regarding him that I was concerned about. I said in the Smash Chat for third parties that I thought Little Mac's chances might have decreased because of the Villager. I'm glad to see that I was wrong. Also, apparently, the boxing, well, I thought it was going to be a wrestling ring. Apparently, no, it's a boxing ring. And in my defense, it's because I believe he's now one of those characters where he's one of the characters that actually affects the environment. And that's another interesting thing to see, because if you look at the first trailer, you'll notice the floor, you'll see the Smash Brothers logo in the banner, you'll see the light-ups that say Smash Brothers. But when Little Mac enters the ring, you'll notice that the bottom part now has the boxing gloves, and the little ring sides, they have WVBA. And in the banner again, you'll see it say Punch Out. So much like how Toon Link will affect the Spirit Tracks level, like if you play as Toon Link, it'll be the other guy controlling the train. So it's actually very interesting to see the characters and how they will play a major role on the stages that they're supposed to be based on, which makes me think, yay, maybe Ridley will be a stage hazard, and then he'll be a playable character too. Yay! But yeah, I am glad to see Little Mac is in, and I'm pretty sure everyone else is happy. His movesets look very solid. Looks almost what I pictured, how he would just do it, like running charge punch, uppercuts, jabs. I even thought that they would actually go all the way with a counter, though I was a little hesitant that they might be giving too many counters. But hey, you know, it obviously fits for him, so good job. And of course, we were all right on the we were all pretty much right on the Final Smash. I think everybody saw that one coming. So yes, a lot of interesting things about Little Mac. I'm very happy to see him in. And, you know, hopefully we'll see all the others. So, yeah.